they called me in to look at this robot because they've already called in 3 or 4 other people and they were not getting any results. So what they have is a Fanuc robot joined with an Anka grinding machine. And what they do is they make the tools that machinists use, so end mills, etc. And the robot loads and unloads the grinding discs into this Anka machine. Well, the people that they called out are from Anka, so they don't know how to work the Fanuc. So they call me out and they have me look at the thing and they're like, okay, we want to hear from you. Yes, I can do this. Because all the other people said, yeah, sure, we can do it too. So I'm looking through the programs and the first thing I noticed is, wow, this is way more complex than what we do here at Eastern. It's like, oh my goodness, that's not even, it's like half gibberish. And I started to make sense of it and the guy says, hey, so can you do it? Absolutely, not a problem. Then they called me back in later and I actually did the work. A couple of key things that I found out the hard way is if you are stepping through a program in robot teach mode, you know, there's like run mode, auto. Look, a little switch right there. If it's in robot teach mode, the 2 machines don't talk. So we ended up breaking their robot by trying to withdraw a tool from the grinding machine, and the grinding machine was never told to let go. So it pulled.
Even though the program had an output to tell to let go.
Yeah, but it doesn't do that in teach mode. So we broke their robot. That was a lovely first day. And so then we had to figure out how to recalibrate their robot because one of the joints was off by about 1/2 degree, which doesn't sound like much until you're reaching 6 feet out from the, we're not using these little ones there, we use a giant one, but yeah, it's 6 feet out, 1/2 degree is something like 3/4 inch, so it was off. Another thing that we learned, or I learned, is that in industry, they like to use what's called position registers instead of points. And that's because what they have is a lot of compartmentalized programs. They're broken down, like each program would be a couple of lines maybe. And then there'd be a long one that does a bunch of stuff, and then a whole bunch of little programs that are basically called out like subroutines. And so if there's a certain point, like where the machine loads the tool into the other machine, or the robot loads the tool into the machine, those programs all use the same points. There's like 6 different programs. There's one to load it in, there's one to withdraw it out, and I forget how many. Basically, there were 5 or 6 programs that shared certain points. So instead of calling it a point, and if you had to edit it, you would go in and edit this one, and then edit this one, and then edit this one. They saved the point as a position register. So all you have to do is go in and overwrite that one position register, and you've just updated all 5 or 6 programs, just like that.
Because the program called out a position register, not a point.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're working within, they abused that pretty hard. There were other programs that the position register was only used within that program, and it wasn't referenced anywhere else. So in that case, it would have been simpler just to use a position and copy that position down below instead of making registers, but that's what they did. So then, like I say, after we broke their robot, we ended up having to call Fanuc, and they're very helpful. They walked me through how to do it, but I'll show you guys how over here on this Delta.